mean? Don't we have enough heroes of Baldur's Gate already? It's all just fluff pieces in the mouth these days. Give me a break.
Just 3 times. Only have to say it 3 times.
Yeah, but I dared you first, so you have to go.
What's this now? Two steps at a time. I could use company.
I hope you're here to discuss that contract you just signed. Agreeing to give away our greatest hope of salvation wasn't the wisest of moves. I'm glad to hear it. But you realize we can't just tell him we changed our minds. We already know the potential that crown possesses. We read it, written in Carsus's own hand. I thought you understood that. But it seems I was mistaken. If you'd rather put such power in the hands of a devil than in me, your trusted companion, well, that companionship might prove a rather fleeting one.
That's strange. Knowing I'll never hear Cazador's voice again. Knowing it'll never command me to bow against my will. I'm free from him. Forever. You're not wrong. Cazador left his mark on me in more ways than one. For a moment, I wanted to be just like him. I came so close to losing everything back there. To losing myself. Back at the ritual, all I could see was the power on offer and the safety it promised. I was so blinded by it. Just as Cazador was. But you saw something in me. Someone else I could be. Someone who could break the cycle of power and terror that started centuries ago. You saved me back there. I may not have appreciated it at the time, but I do now. Thank you. I have to hope so. And if not, at least there's only so much damage they can do in the Underdark. But that first rush of freedom can be intoxicating. I didn't always make the best decisions when I first tasted it. They'll need guidance. I only hope my siblings are up to the challenge. The Underdark is not a forgiving place. So am I. Fun as all that power would have been, this feels more me. When I look at my future, Anything and everything feels possible now. You saved me from myself and let me walk a new path where I can be free. Truly, honestly free. This is a gift, you know. Thank you. I won't forget it.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Can't bloody believe it. No more puzzles.
Yeah,
A
I gave
travesty.
you first, so you have to go. Oh, I get it. You're scared.
The Devil's Fee.
I welcome thee to the Devil's Fee, where every hellish curio's a rarity. So merry be and shop with glee.
Oh no. Definitely something up with this one. Trust me.
Raphael's warlock Corilla mentioned a diabolist who aided Gortash. This cheerful woman doesn't seem the likeliest candidate.
You must be awfully familiar with our esteemed Archduke to know about a thing like that. Truly? That's remarkable. I like to deal with remarkable people. Very well. You seek answers. Lord Mammon seeks coin. I will happily mediate. Make me an offer.
Mammon. I knew it. I did.
Quite the fitting token. Let it not be said that Lord Mammon's servant does not deal with paupers. But I'm afraid you'll need to offer an awful lot more than that. I'll be keeping the coin, though, of course. The King of Avarice accepts your humble offering. You stand before Mammon's picklock, latchkeeper of the 9 hells. My business is not information, nor hellish curios. Not really. I break people into the hells. That's my thing. I can reveal to you that I opened a portal for Lord Gortash. Raphael. That sounds vaguely familiar, but I have a terrible memory for names. The only thing that jogs it is coin. I mean, I suppose that'll do. Stingy bastard. Yes, you are quite correct. The Crown of Carsus left the vault, and an opportunity opened for a devil named Raphael. His House of Hope is furnished with a great deal of treasures, many related to Carsus. But alas, he lacks the crown itself. He's rather ambitious. One can only wonder what he has planned for the crown. The answers to that can probably be found within his house.
Perhaps it's time we paid Raphael a visit.
What a fascinating proposition. Ludicrous, of course, but fascinating nevertheless. Very well. If you wish to die in Avernus, that's your business. Mine is charging you for it. Of course, such a task will require quite the substantial donation to Lord Mammon's coffers.
Such a task would be tantamount to suicide. Do not even entertain it.
You put me in a difficult position, mortal. You are almost certain to fail. Almost. And so, there is a chance you might succeed. Fine. I'd like to be able to carry all of my precious stock without the need of a team of oxen. There are gauntlets of hill giant strength within the House of Hope. Free passage, and you fetch them for me. Deal? Allow me to outline how this is going to work. First, you were never here. We never spoke. Second, you will perform the rites yourself. I want absolute deniability. Here's the grimoire and necessary components. Oh, take this key, too. It unlocks the ritual room upstairs. There's a blood circle already drawn. Don't ask whose blood.
Along with the grimoire and components, Helsik hands you a note containing precise instructions for performing the ritual.
Finally, you were never here. That is of utmost import to remember. Now be gone!
The portrait's eyes seem to follow you around the room. Did it just wink at you? The portrait's eyes seem to follow you around the room. Did it just wink at you?
That's curious.
That might be worth a look.
Someone's made a fake devil head. A gruesome hobby, if you ask me.
That might be worth a look.
A fake devil's head. Oh, this place is charming.
This is real. A death devil skull, by my reckoning.
I strongly suggest that you reconsider this course of action. Whatever you expect to gain from the Hells is not worth the risk of traveling there uninvited.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Let's march!
Defender of the people. What have we here?
Gods, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is all your fault, you know. You're lucky I love you. Get in, get the contract, and go. Easy. We won't get trapped here. We won't get dragged deeper into Avernus. We won't. On the bright side, my engine finally feels normal. Like it isn't about to explode. I gotta admit, that's pretty nice. Let's find that contract and get out of here before I get used to feeling like I might live.
Best foot forward. My mind feels so...
You came. Such a shame. Curiosity killed all the cats. It won't be so kind to you.
As the woman speaks, you hear a distant rattle of chains, and she winces in pain.
The jailer will hear us. I shouldn't be talking to you. I must go. It's not kind to me.
The figure flickers and starts to dim from view, but you sense she could be convinced to return. The figure shimmers brightly. Your words seem to have piqued her curiosity.
Who am I? Oh, it's my favorite question. I scream it into the dark while I sleep, and whisper it to my memories when I wake. I'm the thing that kills you, and the only reason you're alive. Made by a promise, undone by the truth. A handshake, a hug, the first beat of a newborn's heart. I am hope. What little is left of her. A guttering candle in a universe of night.
Raphael's driven her mad. Poor soul.
I'm not much of a friend to anyone anymore. But I could use a friend myself. Do you want a friend to guide you through this madhouse? I hear the jailer. It hears me. It'll call Raphael, make every question count. Make some of them count twice. Caveat venditor. Big mistake coming here while Raphael holds all the cards in his claws. But big mistakes correct bigger mistakes. Like scribbling your signature in the first place. Silly little mice. But yes, hope can help. Your contract is here, in this house. It's...
You hear a sound like the rattle of a chain, and an agonizing scream in your head as hope flickers from view momentarily.
Shh. Quiet. There it goes. Everyone here is mad. Even you, especially me. And that makes them dangerous, but it also makes them stupid. I'll make you seem as ruined as the rest of the people here. A simple glamour to make you a terrible wretch. Now whisper your questions, little wretch, but really quiet and very clever. Concentrate. Remember, quiet as a mouse. The same place you'll find your sorry little soul when Raphael rips it out. The paper cage for your soul. Such a tiny thing, but it's one of his favorites. In the archive, down the corridor, past the debtor. Oh, the debtors. They won't like you. But I like you. I know I do. I think I do. I hope I do. I just need to ask one question, and I'll know for sure. No, it's my turn. I never asked this of anybody. Nobody was capable, nobody was worthy, nobody was good enough, but you have it all. Can you save me? Please, 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 please. All right. You have to listen very, very, very closely. I will say this only once. Find the key, take the contract, smash my chains. Find the key, take the contract, smash my chains. Find the key, take the contract, smash my chains. Once you take the contract, the fire will come. And Raphael, you must run, run, run. But don't forget me. Please. Please, please. I don't want to burn. Not again.
We won't. We'll get you out. I promise.
The rattle of chains echoes louder from unseen places, and without a scream or a sigh, hope disappears.
There's nothing.
Rest your weary soul. come in from the cold. A chill emanates from the pillar, and you sense the sorrow of 1,000 damned souls trapped within.
None can escape me. Finders keepers.
All of the residents were guests, and all of the guests will be residents.
I know you. As the steeple knows the arch, and the keystone knows the clay, I know you. For we are both parts of the same design. Like me, you made a deal with the devil, and authored your own damnable fate for the greater good. Alas, it was a good that never came to be. I was an architect in life, a builder of tombs and temples, but mostly of towers. My proudest work reached for the stars and sought to dry Selluna's tears. It was a monument to life and to virtue, and a happy home to my master for many years. A great general, a greater man, Ketheric Thorm. When tragedy came, my master fell into darkness and despair. He marshaled a great army to ruin the world and bring all into shadow. I could not let it happen. I sought out the devil, Raphael, and signed an infernal pact with him. He promised to destroy my master's army, and I promised him my soul in return. The devil was true to his word. Fiends slaughtered my master's forces, but he endured somehow and blighted the land. Then all came to pass as I had hoped. Though a century too late for my family and friends. Your actions may have justified the price of my soul. I thank you. Tell me, what became of my pride? What became of Moonrise Towers? I did not think it possible. Thank you. My spirit smiles for the first time in a century. Now go. Finish your business here and leave while you can.
Perhaps this dinner wasn't to their liking. It seems Raphael is not always the best host.
Let's chew the fat.
You linger here still. Or perhaps you have become lost, like the rest of us.
Stay out of my way. Don't touch anything and keep quiet. I've had enough pests bothering me today. I don't need another. The greatest pest of all! I've always thought hope to be a dirty, empty little word. She suits it well. A nasty little optimist who doesn't have the good sense to lose her mind completely, like the rest of us. She has a rather loathsome habit of popping into existence all over the house to shout words of encouragement to the other denizens. It's most irksome. But her appearances are just a trick of the light. Her corporeal form is down in the dark, bound by unbreakable chains in Raphael's dungeon. It used to be my prison, Nubaldin's very own pit of pain. I was its keeper. But that was a very long time ago. What interest do you have in the prison? We all must have our, I suppose. All right. Turn left when you exit this chamber, and you will find a hatch that leads beneath the house. That's where they keep the naughtiest souls. Do watch out for the guards, though. They're not as reasonable as you and I. I made a mistake. Raphael doesn't tolerate mistakes. We had one house guest by the name of Gortash. A mischievous little blot of a boy, and he slipped through my fingers. Lord! Is that what he calls himself these days? The snivelling little shit. He was the son of a cobbler or some such meager tradesman, sold to Raphael by his loving parents to pay off a petty debt. Lord, indeed. I used to bruise my knuckles on his whimpering little face. I'd like to have snapped his neck. The Chamber of Egress, way station of the Hells, providing access to Raphael's clientele wherever they might make their home. I am its keeper, Nubaldin, very much not at your service.
You look positively...
Secrets of the port city of Luskan flutter behind this portal. Menzoberranzan, the jewel of the Underdark, lies beyond.
Waters are clearer than even the Chionthars, if you can believe. Menzoberranzan, not the sort of place you can just stroll into.
You hear nothing, sense nothing beyond this portal to Menzoberranzan. You hear the sloshing of waves and shouting voices beyond this portal to Luskan. This portal leads directly to the frigid citadel of Mephistar, nestled in the Hells.
Mephistar, the home of Mephistopheles, and the center of the coldest of the 9 hells.
Salty air, the patter of feet. Baldur's Gate lies beyond.
Baldur's Gate, home sweet home.
Waterdeep, the crown of the north.
Waterdeep. I've fond memories of visits with Father, but I'd never made a home there.
Neverwinter, jewel of the north.
A portal to Neverwinter. How I love the chill of the northern lands.
The splendid city of Athkatla hums beyond the portal.
Athkatla, capital of Arn. When I was young, my friends insisted its streets were paved with silver and
Got
gold.
lost and died. When is a door not a door? When it's a jam jar! You won't find a way out here. Or a way in. Oh, there is. There is. If you stare into the portals long enough, your mind starts to do cartwheels and tricks you into thinking you're falling into a horrible, yawning void. It's one of my favorite ways to pass the time. But you have no time to waste, or time will waste you. And what you need from the house is in the archive. Not here!
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Don't look at me. I'm dancing. I love to dance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
You! Are you good?
I tried, but I don't think I can ever be good. Instead, I'll be perfect.
Such a beautiful house.
There is but one law, and it is immutable. I am that law.
Kill me. Kill me, please.
He said he'd turn my eyes in on themselves. To see inside me. Rolling and rolling until they burst.
Let your heart be glad, let your tongue rejoice, and let your soul rest forever in this house of hope. Show your invitation.
That's curious.
An infernal gem seething in its cage, protecting the secrets of its master.
Away! This is Raphael's chamber pod. Its admirer, its protector. It is my one true beloved.
An overpowering stench singes your nostrils. Nothing good happened here.
They're eating me from the inside. The rats. The rats. The rats. Ugh. They're eating me from the inside.
I thought you'd got lost and died.
Brother, welcome. It's so good to see a new face. Long enough to forget the faces of my family. Plenty. Raphael brings new guests all the time. Some faces don't stay fresh for very long, though. Who am I? I do not know. Who was I? I can answer. A priest. I spent most of my life singing praise to a god who did not listen. 1,000 prayers with no reply. Imagine it. Raphael answered the first time I called out to him. I do not remember. Perhaps they never existed, and I sang my prayers into the void. Not riches or miracles, just enough coin to keep my family happy and healthy. Raphael delivered, and then I was delivered to him.
Over here! Hello again, little mice. The price for speaking is steep, but I must give warning. Your prize is just ahead in the archive, but you can't take it yet. And even if you could, you mustn't. Trigger the alarm, and Raphael will come swooping home on wings of malice to rip out your soul. In this house, thieves are melted like butter and spread onto toast. Shh. I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. I can, I shall, I can, I shall. The archivist is the key, but he's as stubborn as a king and as serious as a heart attack. Exploit his fiddling weakness and make him grovel! Oh no. They hear me. Speak quickly, speak softly. You know how this goes.
You steady your mind and prepare your questions.
He fears authority figures. Perhaps his teacher took a strap to him and left a deep impression at an early age. There's one regular visitor that he particularly fears. She is...
A crack like breaking bone. Hope winces.
Scarier things than you, little mice. Verilius Receptor. A High Inquisitor of Zariel. officially entitled to audit Raphael's collection. Her true form is so gargantuan and mind-scarring to behold that she takes on many guises when she visits. Play your part well and you can be one of those blasphemous guises.
Can't resist the faintest hint of a temptation, can you? I suppose that makes two of us. That little disguise Hope gave you is adorable. I can see right through it, of course. And so will Raphael. He's going to notice you nosing around his house. I hope you're ready to face a very angry devil.
Why don't you run off and tell him, Carilla? You love tattling to Daddy, don't you?
Me? This is home base. I'm not even going to ask what you're doing here. Plausible deniability. Might want to steer clear of my sister Hope, though. She's mad as a March hare. If she'd just agreed to serve Raphael, he'd probably have released her a long time ago. As things stand, she's his favorite toy. We're all mad here. But Hope in hell? Why? That's the definition of insanity. I ought to start giving you more credit. You want my advice? Enjoy whatever life remains to you. When Raphael catches you, you'll never enjoy anything again?
A guest? Are you a client of the Master, or a visitor from elsewhere in the Hells? I do not believe you were invited. One moment. I shall consult the visitor's schedule. Most irregular. The schedule is all but clear, and yet you are here. Thousand apologies, O majestic magistrate of the Infernal Court. Your mortal guise is so vile, I found it perfectly convincing. I would prostrate myself before you and kiss your calluses, but my spine is ruptured in 1,000 places. You do know how Raphael likes to play. As always, the archive is yours to peruse. You'll find everything accounted for, and I can present documents of procurement if necessary. Of course, of course. It is highly prized due to the unique potential of the soul it is bound to. I don't understand the appeal of them myself, but Raphael does dote after mortals so. As part of the special collection, that item is guarded by a master word that even I do not know. I suggest you wait until Raphael returns, and you can discuss the matter with him. You are welcome to relax in the boudoir until then. It is where Raphael conducts his most private matters of business and pleasure. You will need this to gain access. The resident of the boudoir will wish to explore every inch of your new form, and I'm sure you will be happy to share. You are stupendously lugubrious.
Always read the fine print.
Just look. Exquisitely arranged down to the last thread.
Not like the others.
All right.
None of us should.
Don't mind if I do. Watch your back. have we here?
Still breathing.
Where am I needed? Everyone what?
Positively wretched. Perfect! The archivist told you to cool off in the boudoir. Well, here it is. A horrid place where pleasure is pain, and pain is pleasure, and hope cannot live at all. Never by choice. Icky and sticky and grimy and slimy. Everything in this house exists for Raphael's pleasure, and Raphael's pleasure alone. That includes Raphael himself, whatever form he takes.
That might be worth a look.
What am I to do?
Better take a look.
Defender of the people.